Awesome. Okay, so we're in the middle of the Pusuk that says, V'rav koyach l'suvunasei ein mispar, right? That HaKadosh Baruch Hu has abundant strength, and his understanding is beyond calculation. There's a very interesting Radak who writes about Ki melech batzer Radak. Imagine you have a king, sheish alav lahanig medinos rabos, and he has a lot of different provinces or countries. Or Purim, right? Achashverosh, right? What is it, 127 something countries or states, right? Imagine you have all these different places that you have to run. Yeah? Right? It's gonna be very tiring if you are the king or the president of 127 countries. You'll get very tired. You can't run all of them. If you do the krovos or love if you can do the ones that are close to you, the ones that are far from you. So you could say maybe the ones that are close to you, the ones that you live next to, the ones that you understand, with the type of people that live there and all the different elements to go along, you could manage that country in the correct way. But you can't do the further ones because you're going to get exhausted. I can't manage everything in 127 countries. And even if you're going to say you're going to have the koyach, you're going to have the ability, the time of day, the strength, the ability to go and manage 127 different countries, you're not going to be able to understand all the 127 different countries. What is this like? It's like imagine a president, yeah? You're the president of the entire United States. And in the United States, we have presidents, and then we have senators, and we have the House of Representatives, and Republicans, and all the different, chairmen and comptrollers, and mayors, and governors. So many line different things. Why? Because if you're going to be a president of the entire country, the entire USA, there's a place called Worms, Nebraska, and Y, Arizona, all the way till 2 Egg, Florida, deciding on all the elements of the education in Zap, North Dakota, to the infrastructure needs in Boring, Oregon. It's impossible for you to be on top of all those different elements, right? In all 50 states. And even if you do have the energy, and I don't need to sleep, you don't understand the needs of those in Zap, North Dakota, or in 2 Egg, Florida, that you can be able to really be a good leader, a good president. Or imagine you're a chain CEO, right? Let's say the CEO of McDonald's. McDonald's are all around the world, right? Do you think that the CEO of McDonald's, whoever that is deciding the store layout in Wagga Wagga, Australia? He lives in LA. He has no idea what type of store people like to look in Wagga Wagga, Australia. Is he going to know the marketing strategy of how to get more cheeseburgers sold in Tequila, Mexico? No, he knows nothing about Mexico or tequila. Or what about how you're going to, produce hamburgers and manufacturing in the plants in Batman, Turkey? He doesn't know anything, what the workers in Batman, Turkey want or how much they get paid for. You may have that, you want to say you have the energy to, be on top of all those elements, fine, but you don't really understand the community needs or the cultural needs of from Turkey to Mexico to Australia and how they like their hamburgers. You're going to have a sports team, right? You're going to have an owner. Does the owner decide who's starting at quarterback and what plays to run and how you train the rookies and the ticket prices and how to deal with the media and the concession stands, etc., etc.? No. The owner of the New York Giants hires a GM, hires a media representative, hires a fan base person. I don't know what you would call him. The owner doesn't have the capacity to deal with all these elements and problems. Especially, he doesn't understand the defenses or the value of trades or the connections to fans. A sports owner cannot handle all these things. He doesn't understand them. So all these different examples, president, a CEO of a chain, a sports team owner, where you can't have the ability, the koyach to do all these different things. And if you want to say you're going to do, you don't have the energy, you don't have the understanding. However, when it comes to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, there's nothing too much energy zapping for him. He's Rav Koyach. And also, Sunos Ein Mispar. He understands everyone and all of our needs and desires and our dreams and our hopes and our aspirations. Everything that we need from, he takes care of the ants and he takes care of the lions and everyone in between. Right? There's no such thing as there's something too big for HaKadosh Baruch Hu that he can't handle, and there's no claim of HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't understand my life. As we said previously on Tuesday, how HaKadosh Baruch Hu shows us everything and how everything is going to really make sense. And you would think that HaKadosh Baruch Hu would make mini gods like, okay, you take care of Nathaniel, you take care of Yoav, you take care of Eli. No, HaKadosh Baruch Hu has some sort of ability to see everyone and understand what our needs and hopes and dreams are. At the same time, he has the koyach to be able to actually take care of those things that we want him to take care of for us. So the combination of the two, when we say this pasuk of Rav Koyach and Sunas Ein Mispar, should really, if we internalize it, really give us that confidence to be, HaKadosh Baruch Hu could take care of whatever I want to ask for. When it comes to Shemana Esrei, you could actually be on an elevated, plane of bitachon and trust in HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and your tefillah may be more impactful. So, Darabah.